folding laundry, packing. There's we just had a buzzer go off. I think the dryer is done.
Yep.
Right. We got hairbrushes. You know. Well, I gotta look good for all my fans.
Wow. You're going the wrong way, and you got some of my hair on yours.
That looks good. That looks good. I don't know if I ever brushed my hair better than I just did, just right there.
Wow.
Right? Should I brush your hair?
No.
I'm very aggressive with your hair.
It hurts.
It hurts. I bet it does. I believe it. I believe that it does. All right. Well, we are at Legacy Kids Online, and it's so great that you are joining us. It's so great that you're joining us, Emily.
I'm always joining you.
I know. Like, we missed last week, and a couple weeks ago, we had a special guest, Elijah.
Yeah.
And we had fun.
Is he really special guest?
He was a special guest.
Because he comes a lot.
I know. He hasn't been on Legacy Kids Online for, like months. Like half a year.
Wow.
Like it's been you. It's been you. Everyone's
No,
like,
just that
we
important.
want Emily. We want Emily. Emily. Emily.
I can't
So
hear you.
we want Emily.
No, don't do that. No.
You know what? You know what dad spelled backwards is?
Dad.
It's true. I don't know. It's just I was drinking from my mug.
I got it. Read it.
This is dad. Nutritional facts about dad. Full 1,000% unconditional love. Unrivaled skill 500%. Hardworking 100%. Wrong answers 0%.
It says 5%.
It says 0%. Patience 500%. I think sometimes that should be like negative.
Don't do it. Don't miss the last one.
Caffeine 110%. I think my patience number is a little lower, and I think my caffeine number is a lot higher.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, you know. Okay, that's good.
Coffee's
All right.
nasty.
Coffee is amazing.
No.
So we are at Casa de Peterson, and we're going to play some games today, and we're going to learn about being in trouble. Have you ever been in trouble, Emily?
No, never.
You've
Not
never been in
once.
trouble? No? Are you texting someone? Who are you texting?
No, Luna's sitting so cute against the chair. I had to take a picture.
The moon is sitting next to you?
No, Luna. The
Luna.
puppy.
Oh, the puppy.
The puppy.
All right. Well, we have some fun stuff. We're going to talk about being in trouble. So you've never been in trouble.
Never, not once.
You are a perfect child.
Yep.
Never, ever had any problems.
No, you never said I had problems. You said about if I've been in trouble.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, Emily, how about this? I'm trying to think. Is the volume still up? Nope, that's good volume. Very good. Just checking. All right, Emily. What do you think? What is it? What time is it?
It's
I'll help you out. All right, Emily, we are playing Nailed It or Failed It, cat edition. All right, so basically, Emily, I'm going to show you a video of a cat trying to jump. Cats love to jump. You know cats love to jump?
No, I did not.
Like,
know that.
I've seen cats, like, in ridiculous places. So, cats like to jump, but I don't think they always do a good job of it. So, you're going to have to tell me, did the cat nail it or fail it in the video? Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, you guys could follow along at home if you like. You know, in the comment section below. Why don't you go ahead and just... That's yawn number 1.
You're not just a count.
I'm going to go back, boys and girls, I'm going to go back and watch every single Legacy Kids Online, and then I'm going to count how many times she yawns per episode.
You always pick it when I'm tired.
Per episode. And then I'm going to count, like, how many per episode, and then how many total, and we're going to find out. All right, Emma, what do you think? All right, first, I'm going to show you the first video. Ready? Let's check it out. I didn't push start button.
I noticed.
Okay, I got a cat. Cat walking. And, oh! Alright, Emily.
Failed it.
You think you failed it? What
Have
was
you
your...
seen these videos?
I've seen a few of them.
Have you seen this one?
I have seen this one. Don't look at me nice. I can't tell you whether no, I can't tell you if I know or not. I'm not gonna tell you the answer. I'm not
Look at
gonna tell you
me.
the answer.
Father.
Yes.
Give me.
Yes. Uh-huh. Look at your forehead. Alright. Emily.
I didn't break anything.
Just the microphone. Alright. Emily, nailed it or failed it?
Nailed it.
Nailed it? Alright, her answer is nailed it. What is yours? Type in nailed it or failed it. You can give a thumbs up, thumbs down if you like to do emojis. What'd you say?
Am I right?
She said nailed it, and it's locked in. Let's find out.
I said failed it.
No, you said nailed it.
I said nailed it. I already said nailed it first.
I don't know. I think you also said nailed it.
I said failed it.
No. I don't think so.
I did. I even said it before he jumped.
Alright, number 2. Cat. I don't even know.
He's jumping too.
Nail it or fail it. I don't know. I don't know.
Failed it.
I kind of want to see it one more time. Alright.
Oh, maybe that's ledge.
That ledge was really far away.
Failed it.
Alright, you think failed it?
I don't even know where she's jumping to. So
I don't know either. I wish I had like the other camera angle to see where they were jumping from or to.
It's like if he's trying to jump to the ground, then he probably reached it.
Alright, let's see. What do you think? You said failed it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say fail it because I feel like that's going to happen. Let's find out. What? No
That's not
way.
fair. No. No, I say I won that.
No, that cat like Supermaned it. I'm gonna do it one more time. Watch. And then like totally did a pull.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that cat. All right,
Don't you wish you were that agile?
I could jump from the roof to the ground like that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Okay, let's try and get in the shower. I kind of, cats can like run up walls. They're pretty impressive that way.
Yeah, but it's probably slippery glass.
You think you failed it?
Maybe.
You got nailed it because I think I'm gonna say nailed it. I'm gonna say nailed it.
Have you seen this one?
Nope, I have not seen this one. I'm gonna say nailed it.
I said failed it already.
Failed it. All right, let's see what they said. Oh, no. Pull up. Pull.
Yes!
Okay, I bet if the other cat from the other one
Yeah.
would have jumped, he would just like pulled himself up, threw his leg over, and been fine.
Really, that's her. Oh, I did it. No.
All right, ready? I think he's up on that shelf.
Fail.
I think he's gonna hit his head on the bottom.
Or he'll reach it and everything falls.
Yeah,
And
it also
everything
looks
falls.
like there's a lot of things on that shelf.
Uh-huh. So failed it.
Do you think there's anything important on that shelf?
Probably. But they're not stopping him, so I guess no. But I think he failed it.
All right, let's find out.
Totally failed it.
I'm gonna say fail it. It did not even. I'm thinking like he's gonna leap up and he's gonna hit the bottom of the shelf,
You didn't even get close.
or he's gonna hit the shelf and then like there's gonna be too much on there and he's gonna fall down.
And it goes. Whee!
Whoop! All right,
That's my favorite video.
that one's pretty good. I remember this one.
Reaching the top?
It looks like he's
No.
pretty far away.
Failed.
Okay, but some cats are pretty agile. Not the last one. If it was the last one, it was the last one. Absolutely not.
I'm sticking with failed. I'm gonna try going for failed it the whole time.
Fail.
Unless I actually think they're gonna nail it.
What's your score so far? It's 3.
It doesn't count.
What's your score so far?
I think I missed like.
We're on
one.
number
I think I missed one because
number
I
5?
thought that Cal would fail it, but he pulled up.
All right.
So I think I missed 1 or 2.
All right. You missed 1 out of 4. Okay. Here's the answer to our question. Will this cat make it out of that shower? Now, what do you think if, like, you could tell a cat, like, I'm going to turn the water on in 10 seconds, and then the cat
Okay, then he'd be going out.
the cat could understand. All right, here we go.
Pull-ups!
That's pretty impressive.
My dog could do that. He'd probably break through the glass, but still.
Nope, I don't think so.
No.
All right, number 6. Here we go. We got some laundry. Box. All right, let's we got some laundry going on.
Failed.
We got some laundry. We got a stuffed animal.
No, they need to go a little farther up. I can't tell. You need to make it go a little farther.
There. How do I do this? I'll rewind it a little bit. All right. We got. All right. It looks like that box is perilously, dangerously.
Okay.
Positioned.
Dangerously. Wow, that's the word you came up with.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think they failed it, but you need to let me see a little farther up where she's actually in her jump.
Already. Look at her jump.
That's not far enough.
I'm gonna say fail.
I say that too.
All right, here we go. Failed.
Yeah, it's totally gonna fall.
Fail. I think that cat was set up for failure. Let's be honest. Any cat born was set up for failure.
No. Cats are cute.
Dogs were created for success.
Maybe.
Look at that cute face. Of course you know that.
Oh, it's so cute.
All right.
Aren't you jealous you can't see it? Can you do the video again? I wasn't watching.
You weren't watching.
No, I didn't watch.
That's a fail, Emily. Okay, it looks like there's some boxes covering the doorway. Looks like a blur.
Fail.
Fail? I'm gonna agree with you. Fail. I'm gonna agree with you.
Because I'm always right.
You're not always right. You
I
have
am.
missed one.
You did it. Well, at least you were both wrong. 2 wrong for me. Right? 3
Joke's
wrong
on you.
for
I
me.
don't keep tabs on my points.
That just means you failed all of
This is
them.
a game against you.
Is it?
It's you against.
So why do I have to keep count?
So we know.
That I failed? Wow.
All right. You ready for the next one?
No.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Number 8. We only got a few more left. Oh. I kind of want to say the trajectory looked like
failed
it was
it.
going to be.
I think he was going to fail. If he went a little higher, maybe.
Yeah.
Is he trying to grab that thing and then pull up?
What do you think?
Fail.
Fail?
Fail.
I'm going to say nailed it.
No. Okay.
Here we go. Come on. You got this. You got it.
Yes.
Man, this cat's letting me down. All right, 2 more. Ready?
2.
Okay, we got a hamper. Just gonna check for his underwear. Failed.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be counted as a fail.
Well, 'cause he might, like,
one, I don't think
flip
he's gonna
it.
land it, and 2, I don't think he's gonna find his underwear.
Oh, wow. I think it's probably he's going to go in it, but then it'll tip over or something like that.
Here we
Nailed.
go. Ready?
It's probably going to be failed. I'm sticking with failed, actually.
I'm gonna say he's gonna end up inside it, and the hamper's gonna close.
I should have sticked with...
I know.
Oh, it is failed.
It is fail.
Okay, good. I changed
Okay,
mine.
but can we appreciate? Hold on. Watch.
Didn't he nail
Watch.
it?
Watch. That look. That look right there. I gotta hold on. Oh, I can do it.
Wait, where's that BA nailed it? Because he made it in there?
No, he was going for the dryer or the wash machine.
Oh, but luckily I did change my answer to fail. Like before.
Did you?
I did. Even said it. Look back on the footage.
All right, let me review the tape.
I did!
Oh, you did.
I did!
All right, here, last one, Emily. Okay. He's a little thicker of a cat. He's getting ready to jump. I don't think...
I don't even know where he's going for. All I can see is the cat.
I know.
Failed. I just want to see him. That's all I want to see.
Fail.
Fail.
I kind of want to think...
Stop! You gotta make me yawn.
I kind of want to think that it's... No, I believe in this cat, Emily. I believe that this cat can do it. I believe it will make it.
I've been doing fail the whole time. So fail.
I believe in this cat.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. I just feel something right here. All right, you ready? This is worth 10 points. So if I get this right,
no.
All right, here we go.
No, it doesn't count.
Here we go. I believe in you. You got this. Now get off the table. Right? Like, you're not supposed to be on the table.
Hey, 10 points don't count. No.
No?
No, you don't get that 10 points.
All right, Emily, what was your points overall?
I missed 4.
You missed 4?
So that means I made 6.
60%. That's failing.
No, that isn't.
60% is totally failing.
No, it's a C minus.
No, it's literally a D minus.
No.
Yes.
No, D minus is
is
like 40.
All right, and next week's game is going to be on percentages.
No.
Yes. What is 1% of 100?
Don't judge me. I didn't do good in the subject.
What, Elijah?
Stop.
What's 10% of 100?
10%?
Of 100.
No.
Elijah's got it.
Oh, no.
All right, next week's game is a math game
No.
for Emily. Emily, you want to say anything before we transition out?
I don't want to do it.
All right. Emily,
Bye-bye.
have a great day. You gotta remember, Kirkley, to unmute the mic. But that's what happens when you go live. It's okay. So, all right, good. Let me start over. Welcome back to our series, a brand new series called I'm in Trouble. And the thing about this series is we're learning some important ways that we can handle the trouble that comes our way. Have you ever have a question? I always have a question. I like to start with a question because I think they make you think. I think they make you think a little bit. Have you ever felt like you were all alone? Like, by yourself. Not like, well, I've been home alone where I got to play video games and mom and dad went to the store, or went to my room, I took a nap, I was alone. Not that kind of alone. Maybe you're actually around other people, but for some reason you felt as if you were all alone. Does that make sense? You're surrounded by people, but you feel like you're all alone. You felt like that no one noticed you, or that no one understood you. Have you ever felt that way? You know, in times of trouble, it's really easy for us to feel all alone. We feel like no one understands and no one even cares. And all we can think about is our trouble. So we assume no one else cares about us. So what do you do when you feel this aloneness? Well, that is something we are going to learn about in our series. But before we get into it, I really want you to watch this. Check it out.
Hello there, everybody. Once again, it is I, Josh. We're continuing our series called I'm in Trouble. Can we stop this, please? Thank you. Yes, I'm in trouble. The series where I've brought a few friends.
Back in my day, chicken nugget cost $0.25.
I can't have chicken nuggets because I'm allergic to fish.
My good sir, if I may interject, chicken nuggets are not a fish.
They're not? What are they?
Chicken nuggets are a type of intelligent alien creature, specifically from the ninth dimension. More specifically than that, the planet Snorglax.
Bro, what is wrong with you? Moving right along, we're studying people in the Bible who found themselves in serious trouble. And we're gonna find out how God can help us get out of trouble. Have you ever been in trouble before? Kinda like these guys? Or those guys? Well, last week we talked about a guy named David. Yeah, that's right, King David. David did not have an easy life. Before he became king, he was on the run from King Saul, who wanted him dead. Can you imagine the ruler of a whole country coming after you? Yeah, I'd run too.
Hey, how fast could David run?
I don't know.
Could he run faster than my dog Blue? He only got 3 legs. I don't know what happened to the 4th one. I lost it.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Oh no, he's better. He used to only have 1 leg and we called him Pogo Stick.
Back in my day, I could run faster. Boy, I love apple pudding.
It doesn't matter how fast David ran. The fact is he was scared for his life. So much so that he was hiding in a cave.
A cave?
David was trapped. He went from having a whole country loving him to being scared and lost and alone in a cave. That's some serious trouble. So what should we do when we feel scared and lost and alone? What did David do? Did he cry? How's he ever gonna get out of this cave?
He better get out of there quick before bats land on his head and lay eggs.
Jimmy Don, bats don't lay eggs.
He could, in theory, dig down deeper into the cave and become king of the mole people.
I got a mole on my toe.
Bro, so do I. Are we mole buddies? Listen, why don't you guys pay attention to the lesson while I try to rein things back in around here? We're gonna learn all about how God can help us when we're in trouble and we feel all alone. We'll see you next time on I'm in Trouble. Who let the bat in here?
Oh, help me! Help me! He's gonna lay eggs in my hair!
Will you guys stop yelling for 5 seconds?
My bad, gentlemen. Come back, Gertrude. I keep him there for science.
This is gonna be a long series.
All right. When we are, I don't know how to respond. That video is so funny. You know, when we're going through trouble, it's so easy for us to feel like we're all alone. But God has promised that He will never leave us. And we may feel alone, but we are not alone. Say not. One more time. Say not. That's right. We are not alone. You're going to find out more about how God is with you in times of trouble in our lesson today. But before we get there, there's a little thing you need to know. Actually, it's what you gotta know.
What you gotta know. What you gotta know. What you gotta know. What you gotta know.
Hey, it's me, Wiggy Pop, and I'm here to have a rockin' time and to tell you what you gotta know. Today, we are talking about how you don't have to face trouble alone. So every time today somebody asks you what you gotta know, you tell them this. When I'm in trouble, God's there on the double. Sometimes we can feel lonely. I'm all alone. It's the worst day of my life and I'm all by myself. Nobody understands. Oh, Oh no. Now it's okay for you to cry, but never think you're all alone. God is always there, even on your bad days. So every time today somebody asks you what you gotta know, you tell them this. When I'm in trouble, God's there on the double. And that right there is what you gotta know. My name is Wiggy Pop, and I'll see you next time. Rock on!
All right, so we have talked about King David in our last lesson, and now we are going to rewind the story to a time before he became a king. You probably remember that most people know David from when he fought and defeated the giant Goliath. And after that, he was regarded as a hero by all the people. He was only a young boy when this happened. The problem is that while the people loved David, the king did not. King Saul was very jealous of what David had accomplished. He did not like the fact that so many of the people loved David more than they loved the king. So King Saul vowed that he was going to kill David. And David had to run for his life. Can you imagine having to run from the king? You know, the king had soldiers everywhere looking for David. And David spent years of his life running from King Saul. He found a cave called Adullam. It was there that David spent a lot of his time. He was supposed to be a hero, but instead he was a lonely man running for his life. And one thing you need to know about David is that he was a songwriter. I mean, I like to make up songs. Are we having chicken McNuggets for dinner? I mean, it's not my best song, but David did a much better job of it than I did. David wrote most of the songs we find in the book of Psalms in the Bible. Like if you were to take your Bible and crack it open right down the middle, you're going to end up in the book of Psalms. Well, he was sad and alone in this cave, so he picked up his harp and he began to write a song. You would think that maybe David would write a sad song. I mean, here he is sad and alone. Maybe he'd write a song about how bad his life was and how sad he felt. Maybe even like a blues song. After all, he was facing some really big trouble. But most biblical scholars think that he wrote Psalms 34 while in the cave. And you know what kind of psalm this is? This is a psalm of joy. And I'm sure it wasn't easy for David to be full of joy when life seemed to be full of trouble. But God helped him remember that he was not alone. God was with him, even in that cave. You know, in just a few moments, we're going to learn several things that David wrote in that psalm that teach us that what we need to remember when we feel alone in this world. Things we need to remember when we feel in trouble. David called on God for help when he felt all alone, and that's exactly what we need to do as well. Let's check it out. All right. I'm in trouble. You're not in trouble. I'm not alone. Here's what we're going to talk about. When trouble comes, it's very easy to feel like we're all alone, right? Like how my head's cut off. When trouble comes, it feels like we're all alone. It really does. It feels like we're by ourselves. That often makes us feel completely sad and alone. When we feel alone, it makes us sad and alone. And this loneliness often causes us to sink into depression. And the truth is, there are many people who suffer from loneliness and depression. It's a real thing. Even some of the famous people in the Bible faced trouble that made them feel sad and alone. But today, we learned what happened to David. He had to run for his life from King Saul. For years, he hid out in a cave. He even had to pretend like he was insane for a while just to stay alive. Can you imagine how sad he must have been in that cave? away from where he was supposed to be. And just as our Bible story taught us today, David chose to handle his sadness in a very important way. He wrote Psalms 34. Now we can learn a very important lesson from David about exactly how we should handle sadness by studying Psalms 34. So let's take a look at our first slide. It's okay to cry. Say it with me. It's okay to cry. It is. A lot of times we are embarrassed when we were sad and we feel alone. We hide the fact that we are sad by putting on a fake smile. It's true. But David didn't do that. He knew that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. David wrote in Psalms 34:6, I cried out to the Lord in my suffering. Does that sound like he was hiding the fact that he was sad? Not at all. When we are sad, we don't need to hide it and act like everything is okay. Sometimes you may feel like crying. Don't hold it in. Let it out. Feel free to cry and be honest about your feelings. David was. He said he was suffering and he was sad. He admitted his feelings. He wasn't ashamed to cry. Remember, he cried out to the Lord. It's important to recognize who he cried to. Who did he cry to? The Lord, right? Because God was there with him. When you are sad, it's important to remember also, you are not alone. Psalms 34:18 says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. When you are sad, it's easy to feel you are facing your sadness all alone. But you aren't. God is close to you at all times, especially when you are sad because of the trouble you are facing. He is there to help you. Now, I understand you feel alone, but just because you feel alone doesn't mean you are alone. Does that make sense? In your times of trouble, you could be focused on your problem that you don't feel like God is with you. You feel like you're all alone. But does that change the fact that God is with you? Of course not. Just because you feel something does not make it true when it comes to God being close to you. Whether you can see or feel him, the fact is God is with you in your times of trouble, just like he is with you in your times of joy. All you have to do is what? What do you think? What did David do? All you have to do is call for help, because God hears you when you call for help. David wrote in Psalms 34:7, the Lord hears his people when they call to him for help. When you are feeling all alone, you're in trouble, call to God for help. He hears you every time you call. It's like today's What You Gotta Know. When I'm in trouble, God's there on the double. Whenever you call on God, he answers. Isn't that pretty awesome that he does that? That when we call on God, he hears you and reminds you that you are not alone. I think that's pretty reassuring, and that's pretty great for today's lesson out of Psalms 34. So, that wraps it up, boys and girls. Take a moment. Get into the Bible. Open your Bible. Right down the middle. Look for Psalms 34. Read about what David was going through in that Psalms. And then remember, you're not alone. That God is with you. It's okay to cry. And, when you're in trouble, God is there. You just have to talk to him. All right? That about wraps it up for today's Legacy Kids Online. So happy that you could join us, and we'll check you next week right here as we have some more fun, and we're going to do some math for Emily because I think she needs to work on her math skills. Maybe fractions. Should we do fractions? Fractions, Emily? No. Percentages? No. Algebra, geometry. We're going to work on fractions and percentages and angles. What do you think? Yeah? comment below. Let me know what you think she should know. You guys have a great week. Remember, God loves you, and you're not alone. Have a great week.